Oh. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. So, what a night. So, what a night. We've gotta go. So, night. We've gotta go. Okay, there we go. Going to go to YouTube on my phone. I probably should have gone to the restroom before I did this. So we're gonna give people a little bit of time here to join. It'll be interesting to see who might join because AP is still live, so there's going to be a lot of people that are like, pretty obsessed with her chat, and her and what she's doing, which is totally understandable. Yeah, she has 704 in her chat right now. I'm going to get rid of this background because it's not looking very good anymore. I can tell that it's just me at the moment. So since it's just me at the moment, I'm going to put a note here, the restroom break. In fact, I do have a thing that I can put on here. It gives me at least. Oh, I guess after a minute it actually just stops and you go live, whether you wanted to be live or not. That's funny. Oh, I should have gotten. There's this way for me to get another screen attached here and to have two different streams going. Yeah. Because if we do end up playing a game, I'm going to need two different screens here. And that's a perfect time to go ahead and get this set up because I have no viewers. I have no content. And it's okay. It's really like 100% fine to me. Unlike some people, I don't really care whether anyone joins my stream. I mean, it's a lot, well, certainly a whole lot more funner if they do join your stream. But if nobody joins your stream, nobody joins your stream. There's not much you can do about that. So there is this game called Rec Room that we can play. And I've never done it, so I don't know how well it works. I'm not even sure how well it's going to play on my really old computer here, but I mean, I'm trying to play it on Steam here, and nothing's happening. Hmm. Hopefully I just needed to restart it. I believe there was a streamer they used to stream named Sean, who actually helped make this game. It's not looking like my system is going to let me play Rec Room, which is sad and unfortunate. Oh no, wait a minute. Here we go. It looks like we might be getting somewhere. Alright, so it says start. We could just roll the dice and I'll decide for me what it is that I look like. I mean, that's funny. It's like, how did you know? At least you got the female part right. Let's see what. No. No. I can't be any of those things because that would not be right. I'm trying to. I don't think that person is. What? Well, let's see. Let's go. Skin color. That's better. Make sure I have a very round face because, I most definitely do. Alright, so my mouth. Some people would possibly say, give yourself a really big mouth because, you've got one. Doing it that way kind of has the fact that I definitely do have a chin. Alright. So, how do I want to be obvious that I'm like, kind of big? Just be boxy. Let's go with that. Alright. This hair. Man, I kind of got the whole. Oh, I don't think I can do Afro out. Oh my gosh. I wonder how many people do that though. They're like, I'm just gonna give myself this or that hairstyle, even though if people knew that I was white, give myself the glory. People might think I'm saying something. Hey, Avery, it's fine. You're all good. Um, you haven't missed a whole lot. I think I'm gonna do this. But I gotta fix the base color. We're gonna make brown like I am. The highlights. Let's do something cool for the... They don't really have purple as a highlight? What's the matter with you idiots? You haven't really missed too much. I was streaming earlier just on Twitch and also on Twitter, but now we're doing both Twitch and YouTube. And I started doing this because there wasn't really anybody around to talk about, like important stuff like my mental health. You're actually the only viewer that I have right now. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. And that color is kind of the color that shows up the best. So we're done with hair. Oh, wait a minute. We're done altogether? No. Okay. Well, it would be kind of weird for me to give myself a beard. So I could do it. I don't like this jersey thing that I've got going on. Let's start with this, I guess. Well, let's see. I want something a little more. That's kind of dull. Let's go for something a little bit more colorful. There. I guess that's all. That's better. I don't want the hat. How do I get rid of the hat? Oh, good. Unless there's another hat that's more like interesting. I could do. How would the headband look with this hairdo? It's not even showing the headband when I click on it. Oh no, I guess it is. You can kind of see it right there. Oh. Well, that definitely matches, but you can adjust. How can we adjust? Oh. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. But with this hairdo, a hat doesn't make sense with this hairdo. Oh wow! Do we want wrist tape? Why do we need wrist tape? Help me out, Ruby Avery. And who is watching me on YouTube right now. These are all the colors that we got. Never played this game before. So, earlier we were kind of checking out some other things here. We were watching the. I didn't want to put it on YouTube. But, I mean, I guess it ends up making you look like you actually have wrists when you do that. And I first of all, I want to say that I enjoy watching her protest because I mean, her spirit and her energy is like completely badass. But I was a little bit worried because certain people that they've got a restraining order right now, and and I don't know for sure that the restraining orders say this specifically, but you're not supposed to allow anybody else to potentially um, I don't know that I've ever shown my birthday. I want to take this off for a second here. My birthday. I have a stream that has action issues apparently. So anyway, so there was this whole thing. With the restraining order for Aunt and Lori. And I didn't want anybody to try to say that they were harassing her through Lori. Sometimes, or through Anarchy Princess, because sometimes they will have this thing where they do that and they say that or whatnot, and it was kind of iffy. So I'm doing Rainbow Bright, which is what I am currently going by as YouTube. Should I say Gucci? It really makes a certain someone on YouTube and mad and Twitter mad whenever I say Gucci, because they were said I'm so Gucci, which is like you're trying too hard, or you're like just, I don't know, lame or something like that. No. Ruby, what do you think? What should I go as? Hey, Conspiracy Ant. How are you doing tonight? So, there really wasn't anybody around, so we started playing the game. And you missed it a little bit ago, I think, where I was talking about what AP was doing tonight at the J6. I didn't want to stream that onto YouTube because I didn't want to risk her giving me a strike, which has been something that has happened with certain other people. You're bored? I'm sorry, don't be bored. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but when I first started, there was nobody here. So I went ahead and I started with the game. So real quick, I need somebody to tell me what they think that I go by Rainbow Bright? Should I go by which has been my both of mine on YouTube? Should I'm the most banned queen on Twitch? Which should I do? You guys just gonna force me to like just make a damn decision. Tomorrow for all the good people. Yes, for tomorrow, and that was something you missed me talking about, because I have mad respect for you know that royal fish, clumsy pigeon, spiky sword. I'm getting distracted. I can't do this and dodge you all at the fucking same time. Faithful whale. Well, I mean, I'm not exactly small, but I have mad respect for her for going out there and protesting because she's all upset. Particularly, she was out there tonight because she's all upset with what they did with calling the suicide line and hogging it. And I agree that was a terrible thing to do. And Lazy Gamer said something about this. Great username, but it's already in use. Maybe I should put Evil Twin. Okay, so I don't need a freaking password. I'm gonna have it. So the court thing tomorrow is about the restraining orders that Lori and Scotty have. And I respect her absolutely for going out there and protesting what those idiots did with Veterans line and potentially clogging it. Even though Lazy Gamer kind of says that there's a lot of questions about whether or not they did that. And that's why I wanted to talk about mental health, because I had an experience today that reminded me how I would feel if I needed to call an emergency line and I potentially couldn't get through because people were being assholes. And that's what basically was happening. These people were being assholes and potentially, clogging people who desperately needed help to get in. And I absolutely understand why she wanted to be out there and tested, even though there's questions about whether or not they were successful in doing it. But the thing with these restraining orders is that sometimes they include things like you're not allowed to harass people through anybody else, is sometimes what these restraining orders say. And yeah, absolutely, they are always. And what I don't want anybody to try to say is that since Lori and she was there instead of them. Like, I don't want them trying to twist it and say that they were somehow violating this treaty order. And every once in a while, Lori appeared in her chat, and I'm like, Lori, no! This game might freeze up on me. I'm using a really old computer. I had to get one of... Normally, I'm on my Mac, and I got my old Dell Precision because games that you can't play on the Mac. I took out my old Dell computer. And it's kind of looking like we're a little bit forward doing it. Okay. See, I am not good at this whole trying to talk and chat and play the game and blah. It's a wonder that I have any views at all. I mean, I could between this two people. Oh goodness. To Rec Room. Let's stop this for a little bit. To show you what Rec Room is all about. Because I want to give you a chance to get the what I have to talk about here is too damn important. Head inside to get started. I can't even. Goodness, I can't even get this. I gotta get out of here so I actually use my mouse. Oh goodness. So when you want to get out of it, okay, tab. Okay, here we go. So this. So I don't want anything Lori and potential and her and both. Lori was in her chat and I sometimes was like, oh Lori, this is not, because if there's anybody that is on the receiving at that thing, then this is. So I think that she ended up needing to leave the chat until it was over. And so, yeah. So, let me get a drink. So the hotline thing, getting called up, supposedly getting called up. You know, nobody can really say for sure. But even if it wasn't called up, it's just a really dumb thing to do because they appropriately need those resources. And he spent dealing with people like them calling pissed off about what's happening. And I mean, I hear a lot of different things. Supposedly, there's a lot of people that will say that their First Amendment rights or something are getting violated. They've been in there for ages and they haven't. Some of them have not had court hearings, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. You kind of decide what the truth of the matter is. So that's why I wanted to talk about mental health. So let me on that here for a minute. I am on some medication for like anxiety and stuff like that, and I would say that probably even when I'm not on I kind of like 9 times out of 10 that I'm not yeah, exactly. Petty shit. 9 times out of 10, I'm okay with my mental health. If I'm sometimes be just of compulsive thoughts, stuff like that. I'm getting some notifications that I'm not sure which it is, whether it's you or whether or not it's Twitch or it's both. So I apologize. It's bad. I might have to drop Twitch and just but it's like sometimes people might say something and it pushes me to get obsessive with the thoughts and my thoughts start racing having a lot of health problems lately. That Anderson and I apparently have um, we both been kind of dealing with a lot. Trying to figure out the most recent thing that I've been dealing with is trying to figure out what's going on with my shoulder. And I had the appointment today in Columbus where I was supposed to get this. And I was really nervous about it because I was really worried that injection and I have a problem with it. Well, I guess the injection itself, the medication, it takes like several days for you to really feel it. But I if I was going to have a problem with it, I would have felt it by finally got to the specialist office who does the injection. They even had to like use to make sure that they put it in the right spots because where they're injecting it, there's a lot of sensitive stuff in the wrong area because that could be bad. And but she said something that I was a little, and the other doctor that told me that I need to go to wasn't going to be a problem. Worried about me having interaction, and I just started shaking a lot. My foot just wouldn't stop going. Just wouldn't stop going. Like shaking really bad. And I felt like I was just feeling an absolute mess. My parents came with me. My mother they were out in the waiting room, and I was like, "Hi, Mom." And I had to have my mother come in with me because I was about, or something, about to lose it, breaking down, crying, and I was just a mess. Now imagine if my mother in there. She prayed with me. We talked, and I come from a religious family, and me just her being there will help me refocus. And he was incredibly patient with me. Some doctors have been like, why are you getting so upset? And not just been sensitive to them having a hard time, but he didn't, shame me or anything, anxious and nervous and all that stuff. He just wanted to make sure that when he was trying to give me this shot, that I wasn't going to be all shaky, because if I didn't feel and he goes to give me this shot, I really mess up. And able to get the shot, joke a little bit with the if if my mother had not been there, decided to call a helpline, and was tied up with people way to handle the situation a bit bad. So friends don't really the the VA is it for them. And support system, but nonetheless, that's suicide is a very vital tool in their care and things. And I don't blame AP for being out there. I don't blame. I don't think it's gotten nearly as emotional as I'm kind of one of those like maybe it's as bad as what everyone thinks. I was hesitant to get too upset just because I mean passed around like some shots from people, and I need to be fucking baked. It is absolutely to do that. And so my thinking was somebody could be just trying to kind of pot, so to speak. So yeah, I am definitely buffering it, and that's why I sorry to the one person that is if you want to come and watch me on YouTube, 1 second here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in chat for you. I think I'm not gonna be able to stream both. It's not looking like it. But the biggest issue, my thing is old. My computer is old. So hopefully, if I get in there for you, you can so over there if you so wish. If you don't have an account, you can't talk. But we are going to at this time and end the stream on Twitch. Thank you for joining me as long as you did. But let's switch to just doing that one. If not, I may restart it. See if that does anything. Been going for 2 hours. Chat off. Okay. So I'm gonna listen to myself and see if things are any better. No. Okay, we're going to try to